All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. I apologize to keep you waiting on this show, uh, but uh, here I am. So, I am your famous, friendly, family favorite fantasy football guy, and I'm just wanting to go over tonight's showdown slate with you guys um, between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Um, I'm just starting off right off the bat. We'll look at Bijan Robinson, who last week had a game, 27.4 points last week, guys. Um, the Vikings are ranked fifth against the running back, but they're ranked 22nd against the rush. And I'm trying to see. There's Bijan got 7 targets last week, guys. So how many rushes did he get? He got 12 rush attempts for 24 yards. So most of his points, it looks like last week, came from receiving. He had a receiving touchdown, and seven targets, guys. Not much necessarily rush-wise. 24 yards on 12 carries is not a lot. But with that said, if Minnesota ranks 22nd against the rush, I think Bijan could be a solid play tonight. Justin Jefferson, when is he not a solid play? Atlanta ranks 26th against the wide receiver position. 7th against the pass. So against the pass, doesn't necessarily look great, but he's Justin Jefferson against a team that's bad against the wide receiver. That just looks like a good matchup to me. Michael Penix Jr. We'll go back to Drake London in a second. Michael Penix Jr. 24.2 points last week. This week, the Vikings ranked 24th against the quarterback and 14th against the pass. I like Michael Penix Jr. from what I've seen of him, at the beginning of this year and then going back to the end of last year, guys. He looks like he can play ball. So I like him here. I'm liking a lot of these matchups. Let's look at Drake London. Drake London, 13.5 points last week against Atlanta. Or, I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Not against Atlanta, guys. Against Tampa Bay. He plays for Atlanta. So, the Vikings ranked 22nd against the wide receiver position and 13th against the pass. I think Drake London could be good here, but you also have Darnell Mooney back. And just keep that in mind. I personally like Darnell Mooney quite a bit. But let's look at J.J. McCarthy. J.J., 23.22 points last week, guys. He kept his composure and came back from a deficit and won last week. And just a great game on the road against Chicago. So he's looking good this week, guys. The Falcons ranked 21st against the quarterback position. Only 6th against the pass, though. So really, they did good against the pass. They did bad against the wide receiver and bad against the quarterback. So I know that doesn't always completely make sense, but as I've told you guys before, reality football and fantasy football isn't always the same. Aaron Jones, guys, I've liked Aaron Jones for a long time, and he is a proven workhorse back. The Falcons ranked 16th against the running back, 14th against the rush. I don't like him as much as I did last week in this spot, but I always like Aaron Jones, it seems like. It's a rare occasion that I don't love his matchup this week, and there's a lot of good players above him that I feel like I want to play. But yeah, Darnell Mooney did not play last week. You saw the matchup for Drake London. 22nd against the wide receiver, 12th against the pass. I think Mooney is a solid player, solid pick. I like him. Guys, Jordan Mason, he got 8.5 points last week, and it looks like he's going to get some playing time, even as the backup to Aaron Jones. Could get quite a bit, but I still expect Aaron Jones to pull most of the weight at the running back position. But Hawkinson, he only got 4.5 points last week. That really means nothing to me this week. For some reason, this is not showing the breakdown, what the Falcons defense, their stats against the tight end. Excuse me, guys. It's not showing it for some reason. But I think Hawkinson really could always kind of be at play here, especially in a primetime game. I think he could always get a touchdown when it's needed. Moving on, at the backup quarterback positions, Kyle Pitts Sr. let me down last week, guys. 12.9 points. I say he let me down. That 12.9 points isn't that bad. But his previous game last year, I believe, against Tampa Bay, he scored a lot more. I was kind of counting on him for 18 to 20 points. And he did not get them. But that's all right. He still did good. He did decent. The Vikings ranked 7th against the tight end position, 22nd against the rush, and 12th against the pass. I don't expect Pitts to do as well this week. But, I've been proven wrong so far today from the main slate. A lot of my picks, specifically Justin Fields, guys. I played Justin Fields today. I picked him. I knew in the back of my mind he was playing the Bills, and it might not look pretty because the Ravens were the ones who played the Bills last week, so it made the Bills' defense look really bad. But I expected Justin Fields to do better because he did pretty solid against the Steelers' defense last week. However, the Steelers' defense, it did not look like it used to today. I didn't think. They had some good moments, but Seattle, yeah, I'm pretty sure they took care of the Steelers today. Anyways, back to tonight's game, guys. Ray McCloud. I always kind of like Ray McCloud. I think because I just like his name, Ray McCloud III. Yeah. With that said, you saw the matchups before. Ray is a guy who, on any given game, could just kind of go off. They could, if their other receivers are really covered, they like to throw to McCloud, and he can get the job done. And honestly, I think he's good enough, even if their number one or number two got hurt, he could step up for them. I'm trying to get through this quickly, guys. I apologize. We got Ricard here. Will Ricard, 9 points against Chicago last week. The Vikings ranked 7th against the kicker. Adam Thielen, guys, only 2 points last week. The Falcons ranked 26th against the wide receiver, 6th against the pass. But look how cheap he is. Well, this is the captain spot, so even as a captain, it would have him as 7,200. I expect Thielen to do better this week. I can't imagine that he would only get 2 points again. I don't expect him to go off completely because he's literally got Justin Jefferson as the number one receiver. So, apologize for the pause here, guys. Let's just look at the Vikings defense real quick. Naylor last week, guys, before we get to the defenses, he only got 3.8 points. That doesn't really impress me a whole lot. Just looking at... Okay, Koo is hurt. We didn't go over the kicker for Atlanta. Koo is hurt. Looks like it's Romo. John Parker Romo. Can't say that I've heard of him. At least I don't recall hearing of him. Not sure what I'm thinking there. I don't see him getting as much usage because I can see Atlanta actually getting touchdowns and getting extra points versus getting field goals. But, you know, anything could happen. I'm sure he might get at least one field goal. Vikings defense, guys, moving on. 5 points last week. Not super stellar. The Falcons ranked 5th against the defense. And let's see here. Falcons defense, even less stellar. 1 point last week. Vikings ranked 26th against the defense. So Falcons defense looks like, at least on paper, has the better position here. But it is being played in Minnesota. Not sure what Algier, I believe it was last year or the year before. He was getting a lot of play time and usage, guys, but it doesn't look like that happened last week. I don't think I'd want to play him personally, but if you need, you know, cheaper play, he's probably a back that could get some points, maybe a rushing touchdown or something. Oliver, same thing. Occasionally, he'll get that touchdown pass as the backup tight end. Washington's out, so you can keep that in mind, but there's really not anybody down here in this 300 range that I'm looking at. So there you have it, guys. There's a breakdown of the matchups. Think honestly what I'm looking to do here. I like Michael Penix Jr., guys. I played him last week, and he did well. I think I can make him my captain. He's cheaper than Bijan, and still not super sold on Bijan's matchup this week, but gonna put him in there. Gonna put Justin Jefferson in there. Really want to put McCarthy in there, but I also like Mooney here, guys. Let's see what it would leave us with McCarthy. If we played McCarthy, yeah, that's just not leaving a whole lot of salary cap. So it looks like if you're still going to play Justin Jefferson and you're going to play Michael Penix Jr., or even Robinson and Jefferson, you're probably only going to be able to, if you're going to play Robinson and Jefferson, you're probably only going to be able to play one quarterback. I'm, just for the sake of this, going to go with Penix here. And maybe I'll go with Mooney for fun because I told you I like him. Adam Thielen I could see being the guy that I want to play here, but that really want to leave my salary cap. Let's do it anyways. I'm going to play him anyway. Nope, can't do that, guys. That only leaves that leaves 0 salary cap remaining. So we can't play Mooney or we can't play Thielen. Or we're going to have to move Penix around. I don't know if there's anyone else I'd want as a captain in the lower scoring range. I just don't know. I guess maybe Adam Thielen, just on the chance that he could go off, but I don't want to keep you guys much longer. We're already at about 14 minutes. Apologize to take so long, and also to take so long getting this video up. But I appreciate you watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. Still getting a little bit used to doing this whole thing, so my videos will get better. Just bear with me, guys. But yeah, there's some options to play around with. If you want my favorite picks for captain, I'm going to go Bijan, going to go Michael Penix Jr., Robinson, and McCarthy also looks good. Any 4 of those guys, I think you could be okay playing them. So whatever variant you want. But my lineup's going to contain these guys right here, I'm almost certain. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Bye.